Supreme Lord, eternal truth, let us obey thee alone and live according to truth. Welcome to this evening spiritual congregation. We are now discussing the most interesting, the most and oft discussed topic, most queried topic, most interesting topic, that is Superman. We all are acquainted with the term man. Man is a transitional being. We claim so far man is the finest animal, but it is not the last as per Sri Aurobindo's conclusion. Because after this man, another man is coming, that is Superman. As the man came from the beast, or specially from the ape, so like this, from this mental man, another spiritual man will evolve, that is known as Superman. So, as man, Superman will be to the man as man is related compared with the ape. Apes are still there and man has reached almost in the space at the apex of his knowledge and discovery, and he has reached the top. Like this man will be here, from this man another spiritual being, another supramental man and Superman will emerge, and this thing with respect to man, Superman with respect to man, as man is with respect to ape. So we are going to discuss on something briefly on Superman in the Sri Aurobindo's writing today. It is a great topic and a great endeavor. We will try to get to reach at least at some points. Sri Aurobindo writes, Supermind is Superman, therefore Supermind is Superman, as mind is man, therefore to rise beyond mind is the condition. Condition for to become the Superman is to first rise beyond the mind. Next, to be Superman is to live the divine life, to become God. For the gods are the powers of God, be a power of God in humanity. Because only by becoming God, by living a spiritual life, only that is we can accept and we can reach the Supermanhood. Next, to live in the divine being, and let the consciousness and bliss, the will and knowledge of the Spirit possess thee, and play with thee, and through thee. This is the meaning. The meaning, entire meaning is equal to live in the divine being, let the consciousness and bliss and the will, the knowledge of the Spirit possess thee, and play with thee, and this knowledge through thee. This is the meaning. So this is the transfiguration of thyself on the mountain, transformation of thyself on the mountain. It is to discover God in thyself. Know where we have to go. Discover the God in thyself. God is there, very much prominent inside us, but he is veiled. And reveal him to thyself in all things. He is now concealed, we have to reveal him. Live in his being, shine in his light, and act with his power, rejoice in his bliss. These are the conditions you have to satisfy. Be the fire, be that fire and that sun and that ocean. Be the joy, that greatness and the happy. For that we have to become vast. We have to go beyond our limitation. We have to go for the little bliss, that never-ending bliss, untouched fire. We have to become that fire. We have to become the sun. We have to become the ocean. This joy, greatness, and the beauty. When thou hast done this even in part, thou hast attained the first step towards the Supermanhood. Even if it is coming by parts, at least we have tried, and if it is trial is successful, at least first step we have reached there. Sri Aurobindo's message, couple of messages we are going to read here and to focus on it. To be Superman is to live the divine life, to be God, for the gods are the powers of the God. Naturally, we have to become the God. To know is good, to be perfect. To know is good, to live is better, and to be that is perfect. So naturally, we have to know the God. We have to become the God. We have to lead the divine life. These are the conditions. Because to be God, for the God, gods are the powers of God. Nietzsche, we know, he introduced the term Superman. But thing is that he got only a guess, or he stayed on the surface appearance only. Sri Aurobindo speaks of Nietzsche saw the Superman. How was his vision on Superman? As the lion soul passing out of the camelhood. But the true heraldic device and token of the Superman is the lion settled upon the camel, which stands upon the cow of plenty. Naturally, he was on the surface, and Sri Aurobindo has gone inside. Nietzsche, once again, Nietzsche saw the Superman as the lion soul passing out of the camelhood. But the true heraldic device and the token of the Superman, in reality it is known as lion seated upon the camel, which stands upon the cow of plenty. Naturally, it has to that layer, that ladder, that steps we have to go forward. Only thinking and dreaming is not enough. Again, Sri Aurobindo gives an example, gives one quotation quotes here. Be to the world as the lion in fearlessness and lordship. So, to become the Superman, the characteristics we have to gain here. To be to the world as the lion in fearlessness and lordship, like lion which possesses fearlessness and lordship. As the camel in patience and service, as we have previous example we have seen, camel, cow, and this lion. So Sri Aurobindo concludes that be like this, be like a lion in fearlessness and lordship, number one. As a camel in patience and service, so patience and service should be like a camel, and quiet and forbearing and material in beneficence like the cow. So these three characteristics someone has to possess to reach the Supermanhood. He alone is the Superman who most manifests the highest nature of Godhead in humanity. He is only the Superman, not the film Superman or film Spider-Man, whatever you see, that is not the Superman. He alone is the Superman who most manifests, unmanifested, it is now in unmanifest position, who most manifests the highest nature of Godhead in humanity. The highest nature of Godhead in humanity, who has most manifested, that is, he is known as the Superman. The appearance of the Superman, now itself we are knowing how the appearance will be Superman. Now itself we have seen lion, camel, and the cow. Three of these three, they are good, all the qualities someone has to bear. Second thing, he has to manifest the Godhead in humanity to the highest. Third one, he has said you have to go beyond the mind, and we have to, that knowledge of identity we must have, and leading the divine life is the minimum condition. We have to become the gods. Gods are the powers of God. The appearance of the Superman is in the human world will be the fulfillment of their divine promise. That is the condition. That is the presence. Very interesting thing. The appearance of the Superman in the human world will be the fulfillment of this divine promise. It has been promised by the divine. It is a divine promise. This fulfillment must happen. It is bound to happen. It must be materialized. Supermanhood is not man climbed to his own eternal zenith. It is not like this, totally different. Characteristically, it has to change. There must be a transformation. So for that, spiritual life is the most. When two things are needed, so far man claims he is the finest animal. But thing is that, still a child, it has been quoted by Sri Aurobindo, still a child in nature's mighty hands, still a child. So as the nature changes, man is bound to change. So there is storm or rain, he has to stay behind. If there is heavy cold, we have to put on like this. If there is too hot, we have to use AC and all. Still a child in nature's mighty hands. But about the Superman, when Superman is born as the nature's king, man is still a child in nature's hand. But when Superman will born, he will manifest. Then when Superman is born as the nature's king, his presence shall transform transfigure the matter's world. He will be burning, he will take his birth as the nature's king, and his very presence will transfigure the matter's world. Superman, we have to see how this Superman will come. Few lines we have to see from the Sri Aurobindo's magnificent epic, the Magnus form epic, that is actually Sri Aurobindo's Savitri. As the old man came behind the beast, because we know man have been evolved, the old man, not us, 2, 3, 4 or some few generations back, this old man came behind the beast. As the old man came behind the beast like this high divine successors, these new men, what they will do? They will divine successors surely shall come. Behind man's insufficient mortal pace, man's pace is behind man's insufficient mortal pace, very insufficient pace. Behind his vain labor, sweat and blood and tears, he shall know what mortal mind barely dost think. He shall do what heart of the mortal could never dare. Man has never dreamed that those things. They have not dared to fulfill, but actually these people will come, this new being will manifest and they will fulfill the conditions. Sri Aurobindo is clarifying, I saw them. They are already standing on the apex. Sri Aurobindo speaks of, I saw the omnipotent flaming pioneers, describing how these people will be, these new people, how they will be. I saw the omnipotent flaming pioneers. I saw them cross the twilight of an age. They have come. They are crossing the twilight. After this night is over, they will be coming forward and they will be reigning over the world. How they are description, beautiful description Sri Aurobindo has given before us. The sun-eyed children of a marvelous dawn. The great creators with wide brows have come. They are creators. They are sun-eyed children. Massive barrier breakers of the world, and wrestlers with destiny in the lists of will. The laborers in the quarries of the God. Imagine how they are, what they are coming to do. There will be no fear. They will be total massive barrier breakers. Wrestlers with destiny. Laborers in the quarries of the God. Messengers of the incommunicable. We have the lacuna. We have not yet communicated with the divine communicable. So he is incommunicable. But actually, they are the messengers of the incommunicable. Architects of immortality. We are now, man is a mortal man, that proverb we are reciting every time. But these people, they will come. They are actually architects of immortality. Into the fallen human sphere they came. Little bit ahead. Feet echo, lips chanting an unknown anthem of the gods. Imagine, compare us, what our lips are chanting. Feet echoing in the corridor of time, echoing, that echo is heard, they are coming. High priests of wisdom, sweetness, might and bliss. Discoverers of the beauty's sunlit ways, and the swimmers of the love's laughing fiery flood. So imagine how they are coming, after coming, what will happen. Once the Superman is born as the nature's king, his presence shall transfigure the matter's world. Few lines. The Superman shall awake in mortal man and manifest the hidden demigod. Demigod is hidden, unmanifest. They will come and awake. On sleeping stage, they will come and awake, or grow into godlight and god force, revealing the secret deity in the cave. He is actually now concealed. They are coming to reveal it. On manifest position, they are coming to manifest. Then shall the earth be touched by the Supreme. They are coming. This earth will be touched by the Supreme. The Superman shall reign as the king of life. They are coming. They will come. Thank you.